Libraries have been a part of the United States since well before the United States even existed. But in a time when you can get almost any book delivered to your smartphone, it's natural to wonder how our local libraries are keeping up with the public's needs. CCX News explores that and more in our special three-part series, 21st Century Library, produced by Brandon Bankston. In 1922, Hennepin County Library started as a horse-drawn book wagon, later upgraded to a newfangled gas-powered truck. As the suburbs became more populated, the county started building permanent libraries. Fast forward to 2018, and Hennepin County Library boasts 41 locations, which last year saw more than 750,000 checkouts of more than 15 million items.
We are busy. We've got people lined up outside of most of our doors when we're ready to open in the morning.
But staying in demand in a time when any information anyone needs can be downloaded to a smartphone or even a wristwatch didn't come about by accident.
20, 30 years ago we were starting to be in that conversation.
Library planners knew that books weren't the only thing that would bring in the crowds. That's why today's libraries don't just feature stacks of print, but also rooms for more in-person learning.
I've just started to learn about it, as you know, that it's not just the books, but they have other things to offer too.
Genevieve Loberg knows firsthand the kinds of things you can learn at the library. She teaches one of them.
I thought, well, I'm going to go over to the library and look around. And as I walked around, I thought, well, they got these nice big rooms, and I thought it'd be a nice place to have yoga. So I talked to her about it. I says, you know, is there any possibility of using these rooms for yoga?
Genevieve's yoga classes at the Brooklyn Park branch are a hit with her students. TANYA PREBLE's been coming to the library for decades and was delighted to discover Genevieve's class.
I think it's really good because everybody gets a chance to be exposed to things they might not try otherwise if you didn't have the opportunity to come to the library and try it.
But maybe physicality isn't your thing, and that's all right. The same room transforms on a different night to a workshop for artists, not learning how to draw, but how to turn their art into a business.
I think it's super beneficial for artists to just, have a place they can come to, at a specific time of day for a number of sessions that they may have an interest in regarding their artistry.
Troy, or King Fuvi, didn't think about the business aspects of music until he took a workshop. He soon found out there's a lot more to it.
Finding a venue, doing an album release, finding other artists to perform with, collaborating with other artists, working with other artists of different disciplines, be it a graphic designer who's helping you design your CD cover, things of that nature, or flyers that are being made. It's just like various aspects of artistry that I never really knew that I had to take into consideration.
King Fuvi learned so much from the workshop that now he teaches it. And for business hopefuls who aren't artistic, the Maple Grove branch has something for them as well.
We started with libraries, I think, about 10 years ago.
Bill Richardson owned a plastics company here in the Twin Cities for 20 years.
If you're going to go and get financial help, we can help you with a plan.
Now that he's retired, he was looking for ways to help up-and-coming business owners navigate the startup minefield. Enter the Service Corps of Retired Executives, SCORE. Bill's one of more than 10,000 volunteers donating their time to teach business to newcomers.
It's always enjoyable to help people. We don't have all the answers, but we have a lot of help. We're a good sounding board for people that have ideas. We have workshops. We have free webinars.
Small business mentoring through SCORE is available at several Hennepin County Library branches. And of course, no programming agenda at a library would be complete without book clubs. This meeting at the Rockford Road branch in Crystal and this one in Golden Valley are somewhat unusual for book clubs. There's no wine, and the conversation stays pretty close to actually discussing the books. In fact, we caught up with the Golden Valley Reads Club when they were discussing a book with its author.
That's part of what Golden Valley Reads is we bring together the community to read this book, and then we bring in the author so that she can tell us her inspirations, why she's a writer, or but make that connection for readers to connect the book to the person that created it.
Meetings often go into overtime as passionate readers find no end of things to talk about.
It starts at 6:30, and we're one of the libraries that closes at 8 o'clock, and we usually kind of have to shoo our book club out the door because they're still talking.
And tomorrow we'll have a look at offerings you can find without ever setting foot in a library.